Oh, well, that's it. That's all it's getting to. Is it so you can change how to?
Yeah. And I think it's also like you have to have a very that's the only reason you can compare it to maintain and even like
Welcome to CEC 10 Capital Business Meeting. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. The time is now 6:35. We will now do roll call and call our meeting to order. Emma Alada, Angie D'Souza, Ariana Gomez, Yenset Estelle, Edgar Gonzalez, Michelle Haynes,
Present.
Brenda Parsons, present, Amy Tsai, Maria Villalobos, Guerrero Vasquez, and Catherine.
Present.
Today is such a special day. My name is Maria Parsons. I am the interim president of District 10 CEC, and I have the pleasure and the honor to introduce our new superintendent of District 10. Please give everyone applause, a round of applause, and a broad to our superintendent, Roberto Hernandez. I'm so excited. This is the day we were all excited for. We have waited, and we wanted to know who is going to be our leader of the big districts in University Public Schools. And we're so excited. We did have special attendance to come to the year, just going to pass the line to our superintendent. Give us a nice welcome to everyone that is watching online. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, President Parson. Thank you, CEC team members, leadership team. Really honored, happy to be here. Thank you very much. I actually want to start off by thanking Principal Letter and the MS 363 community for hosting us this evening, hosting our kickoff meeting here in September. So thank you, Principal Letter, as well. I want to thank everyone that's joining us here in person, and everyone this evening at home as well, joining us virtually. I appreciate you taking time from your lives to be able to join us in this important process. So thank you very much as well for joining us. And of course, I want to just thank my team members for you guys supporting us. It's great to have you here. I know you had a long day today. Again, we really appreciate that. But I want to start off by saying Happy New School Year to all the CSC family. We are definitely a family here, and we'll see the evidence of that throughout the course of the year. The impact of the work that we do together to ensure that our students' needs are met and that they have amazing experiences and wonderful learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Hernandez. Let's give him another round of applause. Dr. Tom from Dr. Huller on you. Yes, I feel like you are the last leg, that's continuing this legacy. And I know that we're going to do excellent work in collaboration with you because, like you said before, I had also said that I want District 10 to be that foundation and that example for all CECs. And I know it's kind of hard to say that for urban, especially in hard-hit communities, but we are a village that raises each and every child in this district, whether you're Black, Asian, American, Spanish speaking, you're not from this country, you just came aboard, you don't know, we are here to guide you and your child. We are of this great big village that are willing to help each and every person and each and every child succeed. We are, I believe, most of us are products of District 10 in the Bronx, or we are serving in the Bronx as leaders, and let us continue so that the next generation will be able to do this fine work. This is a good work, and it's going to continue until we see everything that needs to be done in our community. And saying all that, we're going to move forward in our agenda. We're going to do the president, and the interim president of District 10. And we have not had a president for a while now. But I will say, this is the time for voting on the president. I will quickly yet again reinstate the duties of the president. The president shall be the chief executive officer of the council. The president shall hold and preside at all meetings, execute all documents on behalf of the council, and exercise all powers and perform all duties pertaining to the office of the president. The president shall have a vote on all questions before the council and shall have a right to take part in the debate of any questions under consideration. And that is the duties of the president. The time is now 6:43 on the nose. And I'm going to do roll call again so that everybody is present and on the same page for the voting of the president and then nations.
Present.
Erica Gonzalez.
Present.
And Maria the Logos, sorry. Canelo Vasquez and Catherine.
Present.
This is the time. We will take nominations. Members can nominate themselves. If a member is not nominated by another member, I will confirm that he or she accepts the nominations. Nominations do not need to be seconded. Members may abstain from voting if no candidate receives at least 7 votes. We will vote by show of hands on whether to do the second round or proceed to the elections for the next all pass. But there is no one vote. If a position, and that concludes, the introduction of nominations. Are there any nominations for president?
I would like to nominate Renita Parsons for president.
The nomination, are there any more nominations? The nomination is now closed. Do we all need to hear the spiel of what Renita Parsons has done for the past year and a half?
I want to hear it. I want to read it.
It's learning for you. Okay, so Brendan, it's just for you. And since you're the president of District 10, we have collaborated, all of us, we have put on, emergency events in the month of May of 2024, which was a success in collaboration of many district schools in District 10. And those schools and those performances were excellent. We had an awesome time before Mother's Day weekend, and it gave the privilege and the opportunity. This is what I really want to see, the opportunity for the kids shine. Not me. I don't know. I'm too old to speak, but I want my child to be seen. Children with IEPs, as Erica has been working with, District 75 children, which I am on the seat of, and all the council members, they want to see their children and that school shine. I'm tired of seeing in the Bronx our first name with negativity. I want us to be the first name with positivity. and moving forward with new things and new ideas. We're innovators, not perpetrators, that's what I like to say. We're innovators and creators, and that is always shown. And as president and his continuous work, we have worked together, we gained 3 members in this time, which is rare, is a rarity, who wanted to come and also collaborate with us, which is awesome. District 10, the Central District team has also helped us a lot throughout this year. I'm gonna give it up to the deputy superintendents for holding us out when we really needed them, putting us on and we are planning for helping us as well. It wasn't easy, but we don't want to. You want to see a sweat, that's what I'm trying to say, and you didn't see a sweat, and that's how you know we're able to handle the assignment, this great big task. No one else could do it but us, and I'm so happy that, and I'm going up for my 2 minutes, and I'm so happy that you have nominated me as president. Moving forward, we are not to a roll call vote for Rita Parsons, yours truly to be president. Emma Alana. Angie Fitzgerald. I need to vote. Yes, it's that. Erica Dodson. Michelle King.
Yes.
Brenda Parsons, yes. Amy Smart.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Much yes.
Awesome, so I love it, I love it. And it's unanimous. I thank you so much, council members. Thank you for, trusting me to be your fully official president of District 10 CEC. You couldn't pick anyone else, but you chose me, and I'm gonna continue to do the good work and lead you. Now, we have the vice presidency open.
Same roll call vote.
Vice president, here, the duties of the vice president. Okay. The vice president shall exercise the powers and perform the duties of the president in his or her absence and discharge such functions as may be assigned to him or her by the president or by the duly adopted council resolution. Very good, so I VP alongside me and do this excellent work. Do we have any nominees for VP? Any problems on the street except the nomination? Yes. Anybody nominate for? To accept the nomination?
Oh, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Everyone nominated you to be vice president, to accept the nomination.
Thank you.
Oh, Erica, please give me your spiel, 2 minutes, of I'm going to be VP of District 10. Hello. First of all, thank you for the nomination. Number 2, I would like to say, as president, bring the person to officially the president, I know that you video for her. So I guess I would ask her what schedule, if it doesn't, let's say, for now, and Saturday becomes president. We superintendent, Hernandez, if she's not available, I will make time to be there, in conjunction with working with the district, see how she's working and that she needs, like, as, what do we say, we have to build for them, and we'll, of course, continue working with, as for me to have stated, we 75 and that is what I would do students. Thank you. We are now to roll call for Vice President Angie. Have another one? Yes.
Yes.
Can you say that one more time?
Abstain.
Erica Gonzalez. Michelle King.
Abstain.
Thompson. Yes. Amy Farr.
Abstain.
Maria. That's the other thing.
You could just say Maria, but
Yeah.
abstain.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abstain. So we want to do another round, council members, for vice president. Yes.
State for the record that the motion does not pass.
Because we need 7 votes in order for the motion to pass for vice president. Should we do another round, council members?
No.
No? Can we, someone please make a motion to table the vice presidency for our next council meeting?
Can I step in? I'm sorry. Can I nominate myself for this position?
Oh, you want to do another one? Okay. Then we have to do the whole tally over again. Okay, so. Give us a 2-minute spiel while we want to be vice president.
You got.
Are we? It's like a game.
Thank
Sorry, I'm trying to be.
Evening and members of my colleagues and second Academy. I am the member of CEC Academy, but I'm also a former member of the district for our special needs students. So I'm very familiar with this role, I'm very familiar with responsibilities, but it is also an honor to have Chair Parsons, who's the second chair of the year of this council, to support her as well as focus council as well as the community to make sure that she gets the support she needs in leadership, in guiding the council in unity, and really creating a space that is a safe space for all the members, and that we come together to create resolutions, create need and the wants of the community. So I appreciate members on the council to put me in this position. Thank you.
Please, council members, please vote, answer by saying Erica or Amy at this round. Emma,
Inside, yes.
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 nomination, Erica,
Amy.
Erica Gonzalez, Michelle Hughes,
Amy.
Amy, Amy,
Myself, Amy Tsai.
Maria,
Amy.
Guerrero,
Amy.
Amy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Amy. And Erica has 1, 2, 3, 4. Amy has it. And Amy Inside will now be our vice president for CEC District 10. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you so much, council members, for excellent one. For the boards of 2025. So, council will receive a copy of the open minutes. And if someone could please make a motion to approve the August 27 minutes with the necessary corrections.
My motion. Okay. To adopt the August calendar.
Amy Five makes the vice president, Amy Stein makes the motion to adopt the August 27, 2024 minutes. Someone seconds that motion.
Michelle Hayes second that motion.
Michelle Hayes seconds. Yes. Yes.
I have a question on the, minutes. You don't have, Ms. Haynes' name down as in the roll call, but you have her making motions and then closing out the meeting. You need to, adjust that.
It's okay, we don't need the necessary questions. Thank you, Ms. Anamba. Thank you so much. Now, next on our agenda, we're missing a lot of stuff, so I will now pass the mic to, our central district team of District 10 to give us any updates and news before we get down to item number 7. We forgot to squeeze you in there. Please forgive us for our, missing that point. We kind of push it on the top. But this is your time. Show us what we need to know for 2024, 2025. Thank you so much, whoever is presenting. Can I introduce you?
Starting off, and then we'll pass off.
Okay, very good. I also want to say in the audience, we have the president's representative here. Thank you, Vanessa Gibson, for sending your representative from your Ms. Gomez. Do you want to say anything, Ms. Gomez, really quickly? Okay, you are serving. Very good. Thank you so much for being here.
So good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you this evening. Thank you for joining us. So I'll just quickly go through the agenda. We'll start with our welcome and mood meter.
Very well.
We'll try that again. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I'll just quickly go through the agenda and then we'll get started. We'll begin with the welcome and the mood meter. I have the pleasure of introducing our new superintendent, Roberto Hernandez. We will meet the CSD team. We'll talk about some celebrations for the new school year. We'll discuss the state of the district with some data, and we'll end with some announcements and reminders. As always, we'd like to begin with the mood meter. As a reminder, the mood meter is not just about where you are, right? All emotions matter. It's about the things that we do in order to shift ourselves if we find ourselves someplace on the mood meter where we don't want to be. So if anyone from the council would like to share where they find themselves, or feel free to enter into the chat. Yes, Catherine.
I am energized because we are getting things done and we have a new
So
superintendent. And
Catherine
I'm
says
so
she's
excited to see-
energized and because of getting things done. Thank you. Yes, Emma.
Joyful, relieved, proud, and blissful. Hallelujah.
I love it. You went all along the yellow pleasantness row. Thank you. Anyone? Okay, we'll take it. Beautiful. And at this point, I would love to introduce again our new superintendent, Robert Hernandez, who is going to present some slides to us this evening.
Thank you very much. Again, I just want to start off with folks who just joining us at home and folks who just joined us here. So privileged and proud to be a part of this community, but most importantly, to have the honor to serve as a superintendent in support of our students here in the North Province. So again, I'm ecstatic. I'm extremely happy and proud to be able to be given this opportunity. So I want to start off with first, you're only a presentation just about myself and the core values. And the three core values that you see here is the pursuit of excellence, collaborative leadership, and advocacy. And I'll go a bit deeper, give you some descriptions and looking them up. But when I'm looking at the pursuit of excellence, and I'm looking at it, and you think of the pursuit of excellence, you think of something that we're continuing to strive for. And within this district and within my personal values, it's a commitment to high quality education for every single student, beginning at early childhood centers, from pre-K to first grade to second grade, third, going all the way up to middle school and high school, and then continuing that the skills that they acquire within our community, they can take that into both either career or college, and that's the pursuit, that's the North Star that we want to see within our community, within our district. And doing that is to strive for excellence of teaching and learning. Think about the how, we think about how we're going to do this. We're going to do this within our classrooms. We're going to do this to support our families so that they too can support kids at home. So looking at excellence within teaching and learning is so essential for our students in all grades. Equipping our students with the necessary skills and knowledge for a changing world. Most recently, we heard our chancellor speak about the idea of the integration of AI technology and thinking about where our babies are going to be 20 years from now and the evolution of where AI will be, not only 20 years, but even in the next 5 years. How do we prepare them now? How do we meet this change, this how it evolves, and ensuring that they're prepared, they understand, they're taking advantage of all the opportunities that is that's the work. That's our responsibility as a school district, and ensuring that our teachers, our school leaders, our families are aware of what currently exists, what could exist, and making sure we build that as we move forward. And that begins with bright starts, right at the very beginning. We've been charged as a district as part of phase 2 to implement New York City leads, and we have been training our teachers. We started the work last year, we're continuing that work this year. We look forward to supporting our families with the progress of the implementation and continuing to build capacities, and also with our new families joining the district. So I know there's a lot of good work done last year. We always have to see that connection between the work that was done last year and work that needs to be done this year, and ensuring no families left behind. So we may have new families that move into our district. It's really important that we also create opportunities to ensure that they understand what we do for our community and what we do for our kids. So having workshops, they're looking forward to partnering with the council and our parent leaders, and our parent coordinators, and our school leaders to ensure that parents understand what we're doing when it comes to Bright Starts. And also as we begin to look forward and with the implementation of the side as well. And then ultimately culminating through middle school and high school as we look at all futures to ensure that each student has an academic plan for what awaits them ahead. And I'm really excited about the work that we can do together around that. I want to begin with the council, I want to begin with everyone in our schools. So looking forward to a lot to come when it comes to the goal futures. So as we shift to that, and we talk about how we're gonna, as we move toward student excellence, how we do that is through collaboration, specifically collaborative leadership. Really excited to see the work that was done here this evening, seeing you all in action, and really coming together to support the leadership component in order for us to be able to lead, be able to come to consensus around what we need to do as we move forward and really come together. And so that's the very beginning, and that commitment to collaboration within family leaders, within communities, within schools, how we model that. I think this is an opportunity, right? As a CEC, we are actually modeling for our school SLTs and for our other parent leaders of how we can work together, and our school leaders. And hopefully today is an example of that, tribute to that work of collaborative leadership. So again, I want to thank the council for the work they've done tonight. I applaud you as we move forward. This is the first example of great collaborative leadership. So I just thank you all. And I would say that cultivating, and again, recognizing the importance of community and the importance of input within that process. And ultimately, as we are engaged in the pursuit for excellence and working together, we do this with ethics. We do this ensuring that every student's needs are met, every service is met, that as we design programs, that we begin in designing programs with students with who are required services. Because if you do not design, one thing that I mentioned today at professional learning is that when you're designing a program within your school, you need to design that program first with students who have IEPs, multilingual learners. Because once you design a program with students first there and reach out, you will service every single student in that community, as opposed to trying to fit the service within it. So that's really important in the design process. And I think that, just building that capacity, building that advocacy, understanding the why behind it, and as we get to the how and what it looks like, it's so simple. So that particular process is something that I want to continue to lead with and lean in, and we work together around that. Looking at the focus of providing the best education experiences. And I want to kind of sit within this idea of what an experience is. So we talked a little bit here when I said the pursuit of excellence in teaching and learning. One thing I have to say is that an experience that you have within a classroom, no student can learn from a person they don't like.
True.
So experiences are so important.
Yeah.
They stay with people forever. I'm sure that if I ask them, we can all talk about that one person in our life and that experience in school that we will never forget. And and you talk to your kid and family about that one special person. What I say to that is that, and what I say to us as a team, is let's maximize that experience. It shouldn't be one. It should be every single person within the school. And that requires work. That requires work to do as a team, as a community, to put our heart, to put our soul, and to put our mind into how we dedicate to the student, the whole child, the community, the families, being a bit patient and lean into them and being an advocate. And that's what we are. We are here to service our community. We are here to service our students, our families. And I'm happy to be leading that work as a part of a core value that I have and be able to share that with others so that they understand and also that we can help and lift that up out of them as well. And ultimately is really working together to create a brighter future for our students and our communities, because when we create brighter futures for every single student, we create a bright future for the Bronx. We create a bright future for this city. And you talk about having the Bronx as the best, and I wrote that, Bronx as the best and leading the way. And the fact that District 10 is one of the biggest districts within New York City. I guess I say this, when so goes District 10, so goes the city. Right? Because our numbers are big, and so when we go, the city goes, and let's lead the way. Let's take this challenge, and it's a good challenge to take. And it's really exciting to be a part of the work as we move forward. So where do we begin? And part of that is a 90-day entry plan. So today, I'm actually here on day 4. Happy to, it's my 4th day. I have some pictures here of some of the, I went to Intech, that you see here on the left. They had an event there, PTA is sponsoring this event, this giveaway event. So that was really exciting to be able to be there. And also, I believe this picture here in the middle is a meeting with, I believe this is our parent coordinators here. And with all the parents in the district, all the parent coordinators within the district, really sharing with them as well the vision that I have. Being able to talk a little bit, I shared some personal stories growing up here in the Bronx, and just really motivating them and also sharing with them that they're a key component in this work as well, as a bridge to our families, as a bridge to the community. And then we have a few of our principals here to the right. That was from today's professional learning, multilingual learners and academic management. We had a great day. We had over 100 participants across all our schools really participating in really good learning as we look at New York City Reads and the implementation and support that we're doing in building the teachers' capacity to do this work. So to go into what that looks like, so the first phase is the listening phase. So really being able to meet, build relationships, cultivate those relationships, listen to ideas, to hopes, to dreams, to hear about really the proudest moments that we have within our school. What makes that proud? What makes you feel that it's really proud? And also it's important to understand what those challenges are and really understanding what those moments are from each stakeholder. So we're going to have listening to us. We're going to share the dates and the locations. They're going to be in person. I know it's really important to make sure we have access to our families, so we're going to do remote and in person. We're going to do evening. We're going to do a weekday event as well during the day, because I know some families work in the evenings. And we're going to also host a Saturday session as well. And I welcome CEC members when you can to join me in some of these sessions. So you're also helping with, as part of the leadership team, we're all listening. Right, and we're really taking in, and the more that we can listen, the more information that we can get. It's so important to really thinking about what we can do as a community. And the next phase is really the learning phase, and this is really once we get all of this information and we look within our data and we try to dig deep, unpack and see what are our strengths as a community, what makes us, because I know there's, as everyone shared here, Dr. Torres, Willa has started a lot of great work with you all. And this is not about abandoning any work. This is about building on our strengths. What makes us strong? And then looking at opportunities. What are those opportunities to make us stronger, to make us better as a district, to ensure that we are servicing every single family and student? I'm going to say this over and over again, because the more that we say it, the more that it's in our heads, it's a meta piece, right? You don't even have to speak and you're already here, servicing our students, servicing our families, ensuring that we meet everyone's needs. So looking at learning, reflecting, making meaning, analyzing, and studying for data points. So that's really important in this particular work. And again, doing this together, being able to share the progress with them, what we're doing and moving toward that. And then the final phase here is looking at leading. So once we've listened, once we've gathered and engaged in unpacking and analyzing, it's then bringing everything together, being able to lead collaboratively with all stakeholders to develop a strategic plan. So I know sometimes, we're looking at this and say, hey, we're going to get a plan. We have a plan this year. We have goals. But say that in every plan, in every goal, there are adjustments. And as we look at where we're at as a community, maybe those plans were created and the opportunities weren't necessarily included. So we're looking at opportunities to make adjustments. And so as we go back, the final phase is really looking at the strategic plan as a community school district and how we're holding ourselves as a team and holding me as well as a superintendent to be able to implement strategically this plan as we move forward and being able to share, get some final feedback, because there may be some changes that we might want to make, and then begin to implement the plan. And that doesn't mean that the work that we're doing now stops until this piece. I think it's really important to understand that we have some goals that we've made using the district data. And for example, we're looking at the work around university reads and ensuring that we're building capacity. We're also just looking at other components within our school district. And I think that we looking at how we can leverage some of those key pieces within the spring and then going into the next school year. I would say that when a 30-day plan is a working 30 plan, so we're looking around a timeline would be around February, January, and February, so we should be complete by this. So I do want to kick it over to I believe Mary's going to continue to do the remaining slides.
Good evening, everyone. Gina Mitchell, one of our deputy superintendents. So glad to be with everyone tonight. I have the pleasure of introducing our team. We are so excited to welcome our superintendent, Robert Hernandez. We are now 89% fully staffed. We have a team of about 40. We are waiting to bring one more person on. And if you are on the Zoom tonight, I ask you just to kind of wave. And if you're here in person, just say your name and your role. And we're so excited to be here to support you. Like I said, a team of 40. So everyone sees Robert Hernandez. You're going to be my fellow deputy earlier. Carmen Mercado, our Executive Director of School Support and Operations. Maria Pereira is also here, our Family Leadership Coordinator. I know we had some other members that were here that stepped away. And the first one is Rachel. Thank you so much for being here to support CEC tonight. And I know that there must be folks on the Zoom who are probably waving from the camera and leaving. So thank you. We put about a team of 40 to support our 55 schools and our 6 pre-K centers. We have a new principal this year. I'd like to formally welcome Principal Jennifer Rivera, an active principal of 10X 291, PX 291. Next couple of slides show some really beautiful pictures that we were able to take during the first couple of days of school. We couldn't resist adding that picture of that young lady jumping into the first day of school through that balloon. From PS9, their school year has been under construction for the past couple of years, and so this was the first school year in a long time where the students were able to get outside and jump for joy, so that was really exciting. These are some more pictures. You'll see there's a picture there of Dr. Hala and from our President Vanessa Gibson at NS 391 supporting our school with their opening and also talking to some eighth graders about participatory budget and funding and all the unique things that she needs to support the school with this year. These are some more pictures from our schools to celebrate the first days of school. As you know, we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. This began September 15th and will last through October 15th. We certainly celebrate our Hispanic students every day, but we do have a dedicated month for this. We gave a call to action to our principals to do something special to celebrate their students. These are some of the ideas that they shared with us and some pictures for you to enjoy. Celebrating prominent members of our school community, engaging in cultural assemblies, crafting cultural projects, and then participating as a community in a gallery walk to lift and learn from projects across the school, and engaging in the My Story, Our Story project. You can Google that and learn a little bit more about that. Those are two pictures on the bottom from PSMS 279 and PSMS 37 have been invited tomorrow to the mayor's to City Council for the opening act to celebrate independence of Mexico honoring women community. That's super exciting. That's PSMS 37. Invited to that special event tomorrow. Just to remind us about our Community School District 10 mission statement, lighting the way for our leaders tomorrow. We do this by leveraging professional development and planning time to support teachers in implementing rigorous instruction in an effort to accelerate learning and instruction, investing in innovative practices that enhance the effective leadership in our stakeholders in the whole community, galvanizing and developing more collaborative teachers and fostering teacher leaders who can lead teams towards increased student achievement, highlighting and continuing to partner with families as an indispensable resource to deepen strong family and community ties, and teaching students, parents, and student communities to effectively and proactively integrate culturally responsive, social, emotional, and academic learning strategies to cultivate more inclusive, supportive environments and to advance equity. And I'm going to pass back over to Deputy Superintendent Mary Doyle for stating the district.
Thank you, Jean. So we just wanted to share some slides with you relative to data across our district. As you know, State for College is a really important program for our families to support them. A complete building block one. So if you take a look here, we have roughly about in the 20s of our families, 20% of our families have completed building block one, which is the beginning of that program. And so we're just encouraging everyone on the call, members of the council, as you're in communication with the school building leaders, or parent coordinators, or families, we just please encourage you to support them. Completing building block one for the State for College program. And we're sending that same message to, again, our parent coordinators, our school leaders, because we really want this program to get off the ground to support families. When we think about level one, that schools will facilitate mastery of core academic skills and content expertise, that makes us think about work with New York City Reads and the intermediate implementation. So we just wanted to quickly go through with you what this looks like. So what does it mean? New York City Reads in the implementation of intermediate. It means that intermediate is our program, our core instructional program across all schools, kindergarten through fifth grade. And in addition to intermediate, we are also looking at, in terms of phonics and civics awareness, programs like Foundation, Integrity, Youth Lab, PAF. Those are all programs that we're using across our schools. Core instruction is focused on improving how students learn how to read, and that's decoding, as well as how they're understanding text, which is comprehension. And how are we doing that? We're doing that by supporting academic language discourse, right, at high leverage vocabulary and discussion in the classroom. We're emphasizing key ideas and details. We're promoting writing every single day and providing ongoing professional development for teachers. Well, what does this look like for you as parents? Your children should be coming home with decodable texts to read with you, right? Those are texts that your children should be practicing reading at home. The notes should be coming home frequently. You should be hearing and seeing the writing that your children are doing every day. You can also check out the Interreading website, and we encourage you to join as many literacy events in your child's school and the literacy fair, just like we had last June. We'll have another one this year, and of course, you'll get more information on that. And if you'd like to check out the HMH Interreading parent site, that is the QR code on the left of the screen, and the HMH folks made a video for us on how you can access parent materials, and that video was on the right-hand side of the screen, the QR code. And we really encourage you to check that out. For example, if your children come home and they say that they're reading a text in class, you can actually go onto HMH website and you can see the text so that you yourself can read it at home with your child. So you can have more informed conversations with the family. We'll just quickly go through some data. There was a request for us to share some of my ready data. So this is from the end of the year. So EOY is the end of the year. So as you know, our goal is always to increase proficiency. So you see the upward trajectory, right? That's what we're looking for, and decrease students who are below grade level. And so that is the goal. We saw some increases across the course of the year, and we're excited about that. We want them to be better, we want them to be greater, and so that remains the work. And we saw a reduction in our students who were below grade level, and we want those to be greater reduction. So through our work with New York City Reads and New York City Solves over the course of the year, that is what remains, right? That focus on core instruction and students increasing their ability to be able to code and comprehend the text that they're reading. We also have some attendance updates. This to me is probably one of the most powerful slides in our deck. And it talks about how when students miss 2 days a month of attendance, that means that they miss 10% of the school year and more than 100 hours of instruction. So just think about when we're asking students to do high-level, complex thinking, multi-step problems in mathematics, to coding grade-level text, they need to be in school in order to do that. And so that 100 hours really stuck with them. And it's just that they missed 10% of the school year. So we encourage you, again, as you're visiting school and your community and families, please do share that with them. And of course, we want our school leaders to do the same.
And if I can just add, I think it's important that every day counts. Every day counts from early childhood to kindergarten, to first grade, especially kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Every day counts. I know our kids, sometimes they get sick, or, when they're feeling well, every day counts.
That was a mic drop, so we will 7 minutes. You're saying every day. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Once you start getting.
That's a lot.
Sorry, I'm gonna be permitted. Can I ask, just in this pause, if state test scores have been unembargoed? Like, are you allowed to talk about them yet, or are they still?
Yeah.
They're publicly available? Okay, all right.
About the data and also remember superintendent that's it, that is have a plan when they're rush, you could always bring them back. And that, always have communication, like I always say, with the parents, with the teacher, saying, my son, like, on Thursday, that, and what to do. And you don't have to, like, for example, they go to come back and come back and say, get to back home, like, getting something. I actually did become her personal thing, is that, we, I don't know what they were. But I took off the took on my, I like exchanged students, I took on my daughter. And we were outside with the bus, and she's like, well, where is he? And I'm like, huh? Wait, you can take him back? And I was like, of course you can take him back. Oh my God, he just kind of ran in the light, and I have to stop taking, and they have to take. So always say that, have a communication, and always gotta say, because we work so much. That way they will miss a day, you don't miss days of work as well, you can take them back, you gotta go back, and then you go to work, so just putting that out there.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a great tip. And if the appointment is at 11 o'clock, you can pick them up at lunchtime, then that still means that they have had a chunk in the morning of their academic work. Right, so that means that they perhaps didn't miss the ELA that day, right? So that this is really important. Actually, go back, please, sorry. So we just wanted to share our current attendance rate. Year to date is 90.8. And so that is higher, we notice, across the New York City Public Schools, which is at 80.1, and across the Bronx, which is at 80.
But we could do better.
But we can do that because every day counts. So, and if the students are in school and even if they have that appointment, they can come back and only miss the short queue. So we just wanted to make sure that information was available to you all relative to the new Omni cards. So that is basically a replacement for Metro cards across New York City Public Schools, and it gives more free rides. There are fewer limits than what Metro cards had previously, and so you can, as it says, tap for every ride. Please communicate with your school if you have questions around the Omni program. But we really, we're encouraging families to take advantage of this really great opportunity. This is information about our monthly DLT, District Leadership Team meetings, and these take place virtually on Zoom on the first Thursday of the month, from the morning from 10 to 12. And the flyers there, the dates, and the next meetings I'd like to talk about are our President's Council meeting. These meet monthly, the third Wednesday of each month in the evening on Zoom. You can see the dates there and download the flyers for the link. The next meeting is the one we are at tonight, our CEC meetings, which take place the fourth Tuesday evening of the month in the hybrid form with our forum members here in person and majority of our members on Zoom. You can see the locations for the in-person events and also the Zoom links there, and this again takes place the fourth Tuesday of the month. These are our DCAP Title I meetings. These meetings are for Title I information for our parents. These take place Thursday evenings, usually the last Thursday of the month. And I should preface, we say, the last or the fourth or the third or Thursday, but if there's a holiday or school closure, we do shift it. Okay, we have a special district-wide mandatory Title I training taking place tomorrow, Wednesday, September 25th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Zoom. You have the information there in English, Bangla, and the next two slides have Spanish and Arabic. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone on the Zoom tomorrow from 10 to 12. That's a mandatory district-wide Title I training. Our schools will also be training. This next slide talks about an exciting opportunity for a citywide SLT school leadership team, DLT district leadership team training that will take place Saturday, September 28th, all day 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Brooklyn Tech High School in the borough of Brooklyn. And they'll have 2 sessions of interactive workshops and panel discussions. And you can click here to register and also see the full schedule. And I'm going to turn back over to our superintendent to talk about the listening tour.
Sure, and so as I shared with you, we're going to do all this thing so at different locations, but speaking with the council, just the team here yesterday, said, why not kick off today? And so, folks at home, there's a QR code here that also lists the questions. So this gives you an opportunity to submit a very simple 3 questions. What are we doing well as a district? What areas do we need to strengthen? And the third one, what advice do you have for me? So if you can take a moment, just, click on this QR code, and please, you can fill this out. This QR code will be open until we begin the tour, so we want to try to collect as much information as possible. If you don't get to do it now, these are the questions that as I visit different communities with our team members that are going to be asking. But when we are in person, we're also going to be listening, and we'll be taking more of the team members taking notes as well. But I just figured that this is a great opportunity to kick us off. Why wait? Let's just start right now. Here you go, 3 quick questions, and be able to let our community members at home to contribute to some information as we gather this. It'll be a great way for us to be able to look and share and see as we begin that early phase about what is resonating with the data. And thank you very much, everyone.
Click on that QR code. And if you could quickly put that QR code back there. Oh, it's in the chat. I ain't gonna do it, that's just saying the truth, Fix it right now, but we fix it in the next minute. Fix it right now. Beautiful, thank you so much, thank you again. Thank you, superintendents, for the vote, for the superintendent learning this, for the education of the role, that. Thank you, President. You know, that's the meetings, all the fees, literally doing everybody. Now, we're gonna quickly go to our president's report. Now, for I will quickly say that first in school, and also the deputy superintendent in Joe, to go to MC 91, the principal will take over on that first day of school. And it was a wonderful walkthrough. We had a walkthrough with Councilman Erica Gonzalez, Councilmember Guerrero Vasquez, Councilmember Adama myself, and 85, we all went to support. And the 391, I thank Principal Ortega for his welcome arms and all that team that was there. Everything was good, we collaborated, yes, it was their first day of school for middle school. And I know middle school for kids don't want to go to school for the first day of school, they want to hang out. But it was crowded that day. It was crowded. We were also engaging with some of the parents. Some of the parents I already know, which was great. So that was an excellent day. It was one of the greatest first day of school that I had, because I usually have that throughout the years, but that was a good day, an excellent day, especially with the support that we had. Also, Pace was there, which was nice. Lynn Sanchez was there. It was excellent time. I also had the privilege to go to District 75, their fair, the evening side on last Saturday. That was a huge event. And just to collaborate and network with District 75 and the superintendent and all the staff. It was absolutely crowded, just entering that school on 149. But I met my council member, Amy there, and it was so nice. And my son had a good time, because my son usually do not like going to these things. Before 14, he don't like going with me anywhere, but that day, he saw Spider-Man, so he was happy. Of the president's, my president's report, I know we're all looking forward to go to our SLT meetings, council members. This school year, we got all the invites, and I want to know if anybody on the council members reports. Pleasure of going to PS 246. I believe it was an SLT, it was called a town hall meeting, where Principal Johnson spoke to the parents. It was actually 2 days before school opened. She talked about attendance, she talked about graduation, she talked about cell phones, and she talked about quite a bit of stuff. But definitely the attendance. I also noticed one of the her students who live in my building, she went to DR, she didn't come back until September 10th. So I will probably speak with that parent, now that I know that affects her grade. And then, as our president said, I went through PS
391 with FACE and some of the CEC members as we did a walkthrough and a welcome back to our new students, old students, and of course the parents. About 2 hours ago, I attended another SLT at PS 254, and I know Principal Ocampo is on the line, as well as some of his parents. I have fun going to his school because he gives data, and he knows I like that. What impressed me this time was that they have a new program where they're working with, similar to what our superintendent talked about, how to teach our children to learn better. And I met the young lady, Casey Coleman, and she called it a ILT, and I forgot exactly what that meant. But they're teaching the children how to think, how to read. They're working both with the teachers, and anybody that knows me, the first thing I always say is parents. You have to have parents engagement. In the District 10, and I've been in District 10 since 1973. And in District 10, we have a lot of parents that cannot read. We have grandparents that are raising their grandchildren, and they cannot either speak English or read. My hope and desire, Superintendent, is that we engage parents more. You're sending the children home thinking that the parents can help, but they can't because the parents don't know how. So I do have a friend that he's a director at one of the adult learning centers. So between the adult learning centers and our public library, we need to encourage our parents to, it's beautiful to know 2 and 3 languages, to be engaged and learn another language. The other thing is, I've had the pleasure, for those who don't know, I work with several groups and I shared it with our superintendents earlier. I had the pleasure of going to DC in support of a bill from AOC and Senator Tina Smith on housing. And a lot of folks ask me, why am I involved? Because that affects our school. And I think I shared it with, our, I think I shared it with, on Bedford Park in the Grand Concourse, a studio costs $3,300. There's a problem. I also work with the Right to Counsel. We have folks that are in eviction status. We have folks that cannot afford apartments. So if, our Superintendent Doyle, remember I asked about 3 or 4 months ago, why do we lose so many students in District 10? And the problem is affordable housing. They no longer can afford to live. And trust me, they're in court. Bronx is one of the highest besides Burbank. The other thing is, our borough president, and we have a representative here tonight, appointee, and they're getting ready to do, it says, please be advised that our annual regional presentation for the fiscal year 2026 will be on Thursday, October 10th, at the Bronx Borough President's office. And I tell everybody, when I go to these different, whether it's upstate to the Capitol, or if it's to DC, or if it's to Maryland, where I had engaged 31 cities around the United States dealing with housing, that's an issue in my heart. And I tell every parent, I'll give you my phone number. All I need you to do is to get on the bus. You cannot understand or learn politics unless you're engaged with it. And I think we need to bring that civic. And I believe we talked about that at the Borough President's office as well. We need to teach our students how to vote, how it's important to vote, what the civics mean. Our young folks are so, how you say, disheartened by what they see and hear. You can't make change unless you're willing to what? As I said at Borough President, was at one of those meetings, you gotta kick down some doors. In the Bronx, with this new superintendent, we're gonna kick down some doors.
That's my response.
And I just want to piggyback really quick on in regards to parents that cannot read. I sat on the corner on 181st, every morning with my son, and I meet a lot of parents that does with the busing, that's like the bus central. And you're right. Grandparents and guardians are looking after the children, and there is a disconnect in regards to busing and understanding what happens in school, because they're the providers, they're the caregivers for the grandchildren or grandchildren, because that middle part of this woman, she really got upset. She said, I don't know. It's unfolding and that frustration. And I was explaining to her how things kind of work. And I think we get so interested in the tech savviness of reaching everybody through our devices, but we also have to remember that in this borough, there's that gap. And I was telling somebody else also this afternoon, it's either their generation Z and lower, and then the baby boomers and above. This middle section, we kind of don't exist, or we there and we just don't, we're not bridging that gap. And these baby boomers are so, they want to help, but they don't know how to because they're not tech savvy. So they're looking for the paper in the book bag or something like that, so that they could interact with the school, because they're not going to get on the phone. I would say that, and I have experienced that myself. Yes, yes. Well, District 35, there's a little contradiction there, and we're working on that, and we're gonna stop nominating their a choice. If they want to write it, or they say, that's quick, and I don't think here. But, we do have a council member in the session.
Hi, so I went to the interview with council member Erica Gonzalez and Amy. The first one was in 254, and we interviewed two candidates. We did recommendation in one of them, which is just already part of the family, the school, the neighborhood. And the other school was X268. And it was only one candidate, and we also gave recommendations. I had on November 11, my SOT from, sorry, it's on 9/11/244. What they were basically talking about the cell phones, the policy about the cell phones, engaging parents with a PC, parent association. They also spoke about Lehman College has GD and English classes. And it's actually a graduate from 244 that is providing that at the school. What else? Here. The CEP, they're working on the CEP. Also went to JVA for the SOT, that was on 9/12. They also working on the modification of CEP. They have pros days, the next one will be October 30th. They did election, they have a full board. Ninth grade is over capacity. And yeah, they're doing great. And talking about the Fordham University mentoring programs, tutors, the role. And yep, today I was supposed to go to 360. I went at 3:00 and they mentioned to me that they were rescheduled for the 27th, which is this Friday at 10. And 3:10, I have it on the tomorrow at 2:40. Thank you.
Very busy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. First of all, I am really excited to be here. I want to quickly for yes and this today. This school brings back memories, volunteer, and personal work. My cousin was a major, one graduated as a valedictorian, and the other one graduated 33 years ago as a salutatorian. I started with August 29th. I attended the MS in HS summer graduation of the Bronx. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was like, when I started, when I went into the website, I was like, there was no, why am I getting tickets? It was like very organized. If all district can do something like that, any other event that we can have in mind, we can do it on that, right? Please do so again, because it was so nice. I loved it. I took my daughter to it and she was like, she didn't know what to say. I told her if she liked it, she's like, yeah, I liked it. And we like the school, everything's fine. And they had a presenter, which is the producer, who produced, Jennifer Lopez, Carnegie, all of that. And she gave like an amazing speech, like that. I was like, wow, he made, I'm trying to think of it. It was like 3 sections, right? The attorney was like, okay, I want the parent, I don't remember what the parents of the school was. First he said, I want the students, the parents to get up. And we got up, we were like, okay, everybody got up, only the people together. And then like, to the students, the ones you see those people, that's your mom. That's a parent coordinator who's going to get up. You should appreciate that. And she got really, to that, and I think that it was one of the schools really to hear that here, that because, as parents, that's my mom, that's the principal, that's my teacher, that's so cute. Okay. But, my parents say it was easy from that to the other year. So I think that was very good. And then after that, he told everybody to sit down and then he told the students, okay, students get up. And then, he gave advice to the parents. He was like, you see those kids? It doesn't matter what they get on their grades. You need to love them. You need to accept that maybe they're not the best. Maybe this is not the pathway that you want them to go, but this is what they want. And then they're going to be able to happen. I was always curious about this bring somebody from different cities, somebody that the students feel confident to say, oh, okay, this is what they have. Those are the people that they see in the morning. They're like, oh, wow, all of that I think is very hard. With that opportunity, I did have an initiative at the peer perspective. They I hope that everything went well with the family. After I worked out of maturity to school, I did the one, taking the principal to the community. I was see some of my CEC members. The project, there was a whole park and then they did hospital.
first, so that I could, distribute to the parents. By the ninth, which is on Monday, I will send parents, to, like, the report, I will report, rather than- So, before, the principal council, maybe things that were there. For that. And it is great to have, learn more about my school because most of us are in the elementary. It's great to be, um, I was, see those. Maybe to the principal, number 17, the state of Please, with the chancellor spoke about, the retailers, he gave out, examples of what to do at school, what's coming. And he said that they're going to build, a school, in the Bronx from this fall. That school will, have like credits for high school students for college, which is like in kind of, it's really helpful for them, so that they can start off, very, fresh off college. I know some students and families who have moved from grade school to district 8 and district 11. So, they're no longer constantly defense. So, we will send it on the 11, 17. To CEC 11, because again, I'm here, but we go to CEC 11 and then CEC 8, as well for the 18. But they will say that, oh, I will CEC 10, I missed a okay, but now the CEC 8, I hear CEC 11, CEC 12. On the 18th, on the 18th, I went online to the New York City Public Acceleration, we gave information, on the lake, and that is, and the deadline for like the, high school is coming. Our attendance on the 20th, the town student transportation, the 75% council. I will put in the links to the New York City School Bus App Survey, the transportation assistance form, 6/2024, and the school bus emergency contact form, that they provided, or the information, chat. We spoke about, the issues that agencies having, but facilitators of the centers of, so that not parents, they did that as well, right? They're like, hey, it was more like a town hall where, it's not about just, well, this is going wrong, right? It's how do we come together to make this better, right? You're saying that you have one here, you're saying that the lots of people get here, they take 3:30, so we're gonna do 2:30. The person that I think, hey, you wanna be the what? You wanna take it out of school, Have a solution, and I just said, well, this is wrong. So I think I do like that. And then that's it. I'll put it there Thank you so much, Councilmember Erica Gonzalez. Any more councilmember reports for the month of September? No.
It's not really a report, but I found one of our schools, which is, it's not really a report, but I found, I transferred my son from Eagle Academy, which was District 11, to Post High School, which was District 10, which is one of our schools. So I addressed them and my son told, but they're super excited to have one of their, one of us council members with a student that's there. So I said, just don't harass us. But I'm just letting me know, you can come and talk to me and address us with anything. So I just wanted to bring that up and share that with you guys.
Thank you, Councilmember Michelle. I also want to quickly, show everybody the UFT is having, building parent and community partnerships. That's at Main. And this Saturday on September 28th, between the hours of 9 and 3 p.m. You could check our Facebook page but all y'all see out there, check our Facebook page, I will definitely post it there. And our website, it will definitely be up there. All these flyers and all this information will be on our social media sites. And if you need any more information, please contact CEC schools. Then, I just want y'all to know, the fourth quarter is the hardest quarter of the year for any business and any entity. We do everything you could think of under the sun, so there's no excuse that you didn't know, because it's everywhere. It's in your face. You could go to, if you want it, you'll reach out and grab it. That's what I have to say. You absolutely will reach out and take one step, 2 steps will be right in front of you. Just reach out to us. No question is hard. We are now going to our public comments. Yay, it's your turn. Kelsey, we all are there in so please in the chat. They look like to see you. That's what it is. They wanted to see you. They was nosy. But that's great. Yes, they wanted to see all of us. That's great. It's a new year. And I start afresh and new to see all the new faces. You know us. Don't reach out and touch someone. It's that AT&T slogan. That's all. No. And Erica Gonzalez seconds that motion. Thank you, council members. Thank you, everyone online. Don't be afraid to reach out. It is 8:09. We're going to take a 5-minute break. Thank you very much. And we will complete it. Listening to you.
The chairs are hard.
Where's the cushion?
Where is the cushion? I'm at an age where I need a cushion.
I'm going to the ladies.
Start traveling with my own cushion.
Because he was a teenager, this is a time. And it's hard. And then the school he was going to go to, which is it's a district.
Okay.
And it's a good school.
Yeah.
But it's,
Multiple days, right?
yeah, it just wasn't out for him. It wasn't for him. So they
Every
helped me
kid
give
is
him in. Application. Because of the procedure they took.
Is it a lot?
I went to the Board of Ed that Friday for them to tell me I had to make the appointment to come back. So I sat outside from 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock. Because
Make it
I
unnecessary.
refused to go home.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be about multiple flights. I was going back there
That.
for one flight. Yes, I'm sorry. But you don't know, I was excited. I walked in there. I'm trying to post, find out it's what about me.
Yes. I know.
I was like, yeah, District 10, and they said, yeah, I said, what the CEC council? They was like, oh, really? I said, listen.
Calm down.
Calm down. that will support.
Yes.
But they're really into parent involvement and everything, and it works out better for him.
Yeah.
Because now he gets to, he'll get double the credits, he'll still get a chance to graduate.
Right.
A little late, but not
That's
too
okay,
late.
no.
And he gets to do an internship because in a hospital, that's what they're putting him on.
That's huge.
You want to do that? You wanna do that?
Phlebotomy, yeah,
What in the hospital? do you do?
blood joint phlebotomy.
Okay. Good for him.
So I.
That makes me want to fall over. Other people's blood, my own blood.
And you know what is really good though for, and I'm proud, that's another reason I shared it, because that's one of our high schools that have a microwave in it, because then he can bring lunch from home.
Oh, for kid use, what a cool thing. Fortunate.
Right, so they're horrible.
Yeah. That's not it.
Generous.
Every day.
Yeah,
So
I
if
know.
I could be there the night before, so I could be there, and just make sure I have a little level. And then I'll eat the book. Right. Even if it's just.
Here, there was a doctor. Workshop that we had on it, looking at
It's kind of like, we pulled out his burger, these were really burger. Yes.
I guess. And there's money. Don't leave the lunch. And you got you. If I know, and when I think I'd say, yeah, and when I say, I don't think it's gonna be on. Right.
Yes.
When something happens, I want you to think like.
That's a pleasure.
Again. And she's there, she does the workshop, and she can answer every question. Essentially get clarity on what is eligible. Yes, so we.
Yeah, I was gonna take some chicken and rice.
Yeah, good.
They took it out. Yeah, you can just put it on a plate and cover it all. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna set up a Zoom, like just to, because it's gonna be hard for me to get them. Yeah, okay? Thank you for coming.
She going for her master's.
I'm gonna share some stuff. You hear me say it sometimes, as a seminary, they teach us also in the groups, the housing group, how to engage people, because I said on one, I belong to Alliance, and they talked about how do you engage people, and I said, well, I learned some of the stuff working at Bloomington, who's customer service supervisor, but I also learned it in seminary and to know people's body language. We gotta teach people that, so you'll find out somewhere else past for.
Well, I think it's
Communication. Also, we are a workshops every so often, like these, so they'll be coming back with some information about if we can keep it. Lovely to see y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. I have a friend about. He went to
I'll see you then.
Okay, thank you. We all, well, we went from Cloverdale and then now she went to Westbury. And I, like I said, I was shocked. I totally
We were there when she put it up.
thinking the grandmother could read.
Yeah.
Well, the library does. The problem is, the communication doesn't, even though we translate. I can't- Which means. Folks that everything is SLT. I don't know if we have. We are responsible for that. They must. They were online last time, but, everything Vanessa gives to God bless. Letitia James sued the Department of Education years ago to make sure that SLT. Because I was embarrassed. Some of the schools are not posting, they're not notifying the parents.
So we make sure that.
Yeah, I saw you had the PC and principal, tell them, those meetings are public, and you gotta invite the public, go get your chicken and whatever. Yes.
I know.
Okay.
No.
Because I heard someone say something.
Yes. So, yeah.
And that face came over the wall, silhouette.
Understood all the good stuff.
Yeah, this is how the meeting goes. This.
I think.
Yeah, and stuff.
I think we're efficient. And
Yes.
things can go, and we can really get some things accomplished. I really wanna look into adult learning opportunities.
Yes.
For reading programs, for
Yes.
adults in the evening.
Yes.
And I wanna, there is a superintendent. We do.
Right.
And we don't know about it.
Right. Right. Right.
So those are the ones, like, for example, self-funded from the school, and then there's the ones that this school. They actually is
They get a budget.
they get a budget, and it's like a $300.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find, I'll try to find out.
Okay.
If we have, get an allocation, it'd be great, because we can, maybe get. Present.
Yes.
They fall for the- But if they don't have anything, pretty serious, because a lot of them have GED.
Yeah.
Most students speak English, but developing anything, just to. I know it's tough to recruit, but
Yes, yes, I agree.
Today is to stage for this.
Yes, they put this one.
This part is. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Is your wife a teacher?
Yes, she is, for the high school district, she is, what a leadership.
Oh, okay.
Her schools are rock stars.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, my God. I did not know.
she's the boss. Like the Rose.
Small world, huh?
Good to meet you. A party. I think she took it as. 10 years.
I needed something terrible. Oh, and I didn't show you the latest one my granddaughter did them before. She threw it and she's what the baby that was when my daughter was at the party. The baby, yes. We went to the supermarket in Virginia for a smart shopper. I had 2 carts of stuff. My daughter had 4 carts of groceries. I guess she got a little annoyed because we were taking too long and she just took my foot away from me. I thought it was a screen protector, so I took it.
Our youngest. It's like a little. And the older, he's, the older one.
Yes.
She was coming.
Okay, so then that means that I could.
So long as
Councilman.
That was a long 5 minutes.
It took 5 minutes to find a bathroom.
Okay, well, last time we called the business meeting to order at 8:20, so we're not that far off.
Yes.
There's no more, we're not gonna have any more paper because we're gonna have printer.
No more printing.
So everything is going digital, okay? So I'm gonna send everything out to you guys, you sign everything to you guys. Thanks for everything.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, she's got to present. Where'd she? Oh, she.
3 hours.
It must be on the other side of the Bronx. Is there something? Well, we can start taking attendance. Right?
We gotta have a party.
Amen. She's also in the bath.
Present.
Present.
Let's move down to the event discussion because this is. And, yes, you council members, she is, she has an emergency. So I was just talking about, we was giving you time. But we was talking about events. And I wanted to discuss about doing an event for District 10. I was also trying for us to, not do it in the spring. I was thinking about Christmas time. And I also wanted to end this year off better than going into 2025, because then it gets kind of cluttered, that everybody trying to do everything at one time and also do the budget. So, I would like to put, a discussion, an open discussion on how do the council feel about doing an event in December? Oh, what if, here my idea, if anybody has an idea, here's my idea. I would like for us to do this, almost a piggyback off of the emergency. So I think of Mean Girls and May Christmas, whatever. I wanted us to do with the schools, you know, sing Christmas carols. I think we kind of get out of the Christmas mode. I personally love Christmas anything. And I think we kind of vamp up Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then it kind of goes down. Everyone just gets toys and eat New Year's and then it's over. I want us to make Christmas a Christmas like never before in District 10. I want to do something out of the ordinary, those people who are eavesdropping, mind your business. But I don't want our event during the springtime. I want our event in the winter time, if that's okay. And go ahead. Yes.
Thank you for taking over.
Yes.
Something non.
Yes, winter.
A winter wonderland type
Yeah.
theme.
Yes.
Hanukkah. We got Kwanzaa, like the holiday festival.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's just brilliant. That's just Madam President. If anybody else.
Holiday lights, music, food.
Yes.
Giveaway.
Performances.
Cookies. Lots of cookies.
Location.
Yeah, location, that's my problem. Well, I have a basic location. I'm not really good with location, fine. I don't know if we're able to do that. Toys.
What other schools have, right? They say, oh, the third floor,
Unless you're willing to get a sponsorship.
To do some.
I can't
right?
say.
I can't hear you.
If anyone is interested in giving away something, then we need to make connections with different sponsors. So if the member is giving the idea of giveaway, then do you have a sponsor that we could email to come like, hey, do you think that you could donate?
Correct.
Right.
So different, stores in the district, like the big ones like Target, but also partnering with CBOs, electeds, police departments,
Right.
YMCA.
The Harlem Wide. We can think of stuff, but you have a partnership with a lot of these organizations, and you have to do that right now.
I know. Yeah. Yes.
Cause
Yeah.
they actually started the applications alone for Toys for Tots just went in September, the first week of September.
Right.
So, and for that, it went kind of behind if that's the case. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's not, thank you. Can possible call me helpful. Oh, I'll get that part. That is just me. I'll get that part. So if it's possible, we just need location, and location. A school. And council members, any schools that has the stage, besides Mr. Letters, who.
In a park,
It'd be cold.
but then you get a bigger crowd instead of being. Just saying.
A tent, of being outside, I know a tent or gazebo's.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm asking, because if you do a giveaway, for example, I think it's like, oh, but I don't have my child here. But then my grandkid, and then you have to send like 0 to like 5 years old, and there's always gonna be an issue with that, so that's the thing I'm like, I don't know.
You have come up, I mean, you could come up with a voucher, or the child has to be present. I think those like specific things, right? Those minor, minutia, getting down to the detail things. But let's talk big picture first, because we want to secure a space, we need a date. You gotta put those things in place, and then you can go ahead and start subcommittee. So everybody's gonna take a role. You're gonna contact these people. You are gonna reach out and see about donations. You know, we wanna have whatever it is, but everybody's gonna have to play a role. Where in the district?
Yes, where in the district? I just need 3 suggestions for the school.
I want ice skating. Which school has a pool, that we should know?
We gonna freeze the pool.
Gonna freeze? Queensland. Can you pool? It's freezing. Where have we not been that would be a good?
We have not been to the other side of the district, like the Little Italy side.
Yeah.
5, 32, 51.
Norwood?
We haven't been there in a while, like 59, 23, 159. That part of the district. We spend a lot of time on this side,
The west side.
the Riverdale side. So that's also true. I think you wanna look at a space that has a gym, that has an auditorium, that has multiple,
Backyard.
right?
Yep, flexible spaces.
280.
280.
That we're gonna go up and down with all the shoulders.
80 is not bad, because they have that big yard.
Yeah.
And they also have a big
280.
auditorium.
280.
And they're connected.
It's right off Sugar Parkway.
Yes.
It's not that far from the 4 train, it's not that far from the 34, the 28,
There's
the 10, the 16 bus.
Okay, it's different.
Yeah, okay, it's okay, sorry, I'm doing this off the dome, sorry guys. You can't hear me, or you can't hear that? Me? Lacking. Sorry, you gotta use my cafeteria.
Whoever, if they have a microphone from there, I can hear them.
Oh, okay, but can you hear me when I'm speaking?
A little bit.
Alright. Yeah, 8280 is good.
280.
As an option, you wanna think about centrally located, mass transit, right, folks getting to and from without issue, space. '85 on Webster, right, Webster Avenue, yeah, we haven't been there in a while, we used to go there a lot all the time too. Is, right down the block from the district office, Webster, going up the hill past the fire department.
By
That's
JVA,
it.
Yeah.
Marion, between Marion and Webster, they have all the temporary units. In the yard. They have a big space too, the parking, where
good.
Yeah, but I used to.
We want to do something outdoorsy.
What about PS MS-20? You have the prison right next to it. We could use their space as well.
Yeah.
And then we could
Yes.
also loop them in and ask them for donation of toys.
Yes, CSMS 20 does not have a gym or a auditorium.
They don't have either.
So that they have a little bit of outside space, yes. So it's the 52nd precinct.
Yeah.
Jason's building.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they can't donate. It's wrong.
That's true.
District, but I hear you, like, it's right there, so there's no excuse for them not to vote. I don't know, you guys, maybe some of the schools you've been visiting, you wanna share, maybe some of the newer spaces. 340, we just used 340 for our teacher event. And part we use for the emergency. So you remember the emergency, like Ampart doesn't have an auditorium, but they had a multi-purpose room, they had that outdoor space in the yard. If you needed the auditorium, you could use 95 because they're co-located.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's too small because they have to small facilities that are from together.
In that big open space, right?
We're gonna be at,
Campus, so that's right.
gonna be at RKA coming up. People can take a look there. That's a lot of space.
Haven't gone.
They're on the list. I think January, either December, January, somewhere in there. February, we're going to 81 and then we're going to RKA.
We could also, I mean, think out the box, because, you know, there's high schools in the district.
Thank you, my
That we
son.
might, to leverage, you know, if we needed like a larger space. We always use Intech because they just have all of, like, that's a big campus kind of space, right? So they have that and they're always so accommodating, but we should try to mix it up. I also don't want to overburden Intech, right? The other thing I'll mention, is that the district team does a December event. What was it called? It was like a music and arts festival. So maybe you could combine it with the district team. And that might be helpful, like some of you could sit on the committee for that, for the planning for that. Last year, we did it at Intech, and it was like an arts festival, so we had artwork displayed in the library, we had dancing in the gym, we had musical performances in the auditorium. So folks could it was like a touring, you could go through the building and see all these things, the artwork on display, and look at all the different ways in which art lives in the district.
What
we
about-
even had student photographers photo document. So, just some things to think about.
The JFK campus right behind there as well has that giant parking lot. I don't know if you mentioned high school spaces.
Yeah, JFK is good too. Sorry, the echoing of my voices are playing.
Yeah, I think we should think a little bit about, you know, which schools that you visited that you've already, you know, garnered some relationships with to see which principals might be amenable to offering the space, because it's about that too. Obviously, it's a weekend, right?
Yes. Saturday. I thought that, I believe, December, so early.
Seventh, and the rain date would be the 14th.
On that timeframe.
On the same time, 12 to 2.
7th to 14th, too.
Yeah. December 7th or December 14th? 12 to 3. Yeah.
Let's see, what's the date?
Clients or used.
Yeah, that's what
We've used, some of those spaces, because we have partnerships, right, with those schools, so. Even right next door at the Roosevelt campus, right, next to the district office, they might have. We've done some things there too, like they have a really big library, have a gym. In the past, the
Bronx High School Fair has been held at the Roosevelt campus, so it's big enough to house all of that.
It could also be the Bronx Library. Use the auditorium and then you.
Kingsbridge, right?
Uh-huh.
Bronx Library.
The basement is
Reference
huge.
center.
It's huge.
Yeah.
The big Bronx Library on Kingsbridge.
The one that turns right there towards Fordo.
It's not expensive if you know people.
And you know people, so it's not expensive.
Right.
You're okay, right? It's not expensive. You know people, so it's not expensive.
Okay. Okay, so I just need. I heard 5. 5 what?
Option.
Yeah.
What did you get? 8280?
Yes, 8280. RKA. We could go back to, principal meetings. No, not inside, it's 344.
Yeah.
Ampark. I don't know if we could go back there again.
Saw 85.
And
You're
85,
saying-
you're married. Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but like 2 are connected. They're like not bolted, like it's like a small flight of stairs to go to the actual, to the second gen, and the third gen.
And the auditorium is there and across the
It's like
library.
the same.
You know about that building a little bit?
Yeah, I know.
You know about-
Yeah.
I think he knows about the building.
I know everybody gets scared when they have like a shoulder when, like at the beginning in reservoir, but then on the side they have,
Oh, yeah, you can go from the alleyway and there's a.
and you could also use the parking from boarding school, we can use the parking there, parking around it.
That's also.
And then, and you have the whole, you have all of them.
Sounds good. We got some locations.
I have 8280 RKA and Park 85 and.
Walton. We all in consensus with this holiday festival.
I love it.
Lots of Christmas cookies.
My ice skating isn't gonna happen, so.
That's where you would get people who, especially the holiday time, people love families and they want to feel togetherness. And that's where you're going to be able to network and reach out to people who are at certain times of the year are not feeling the greatest. So it's also a mental thing as well, because some people don't have families, some people do have families. They could create a new family. They could create a family with us. With their new family. And if there's a need, we will be able to provide that need during that time and not afterwards. And however the election goes, it'll be a celebration, you know, whether good or bad. Okay. All right, thank you, council members. We're gonna make sure we get those invites out at the school, and whoever first come, that's the school we'll pick, and we most likely will have a special meeting in between. Hopefully, everything will be said and done. Right. Yes. Hopefully, everything will be said and done before November. We have some kind of solidification, because I don't want us to be thinking about this during Thanksgiving.
Especially just securing the permit.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Wonderful. Thank you, council members. That was a great discussion. Now we can go to our treasurer.
Budget.
And talk about this budget. We got the money. There we go.
Okay, we have the budget and expenses report from July to August. Then we'll take chapter 10, as well as all CECs get $25,000 a year.
The members reimbursement year-to-date was 1,000. The president's reimbursement year-to-date was 200. Meals for the CEC meetings, $202 for a total of $1,402. Minus that from the 25,000, we have 23,000. As our AA has stressed, if you have any reimbursement, you need to have those in by the 5th of the month, hopefully earlier than that, so she can submit them to the SGOs. So that's our budget that's left over for the year, which is $23,598. As you know, sometimes we gotta move things around. I would like to, at some point, think about it. I found out today that we no longer have privilege with a copy machine. And I would like to, until we find a vendor, to make sure that our AA have money on her P card to make copies. You don't want to pick up? Somehow, they get money to her somehow, so she can make copies and not take anything out of her pocket. And that's my report for the budget.
Money over, for the event.
No, we could not. That's why I said we're gonna be moving stuff around.
I think when we, solidify the location, we will have a special meeting for moving money around and then doing the subcommittees.
It's gonna be a tough October. You know, SLT meetings and going here and there, and having our meetings, just have your calendar ready for everything. And I also want to just say, with this budget, can someone make a motion to, accept the budget that we have now with the necessary corrections if need be? There's no correction. This is it. Okay. Okay, this is what we're working with. Thank you, our treasurer, Ms. Honor, for our budget.
I make a motion to approve the budget and expenses report.
I'm Michelle Hayes, second.
I publicly, made the announcement, started, I think, maybe months ago. It is important, Superintendent, that the information we share, I'm pretty good at numbers. And about a year and a half or 2 years ago, I was still the treasurer at that time. Money from our council was taken out and was given to another council. So I do have a relationship with our SGOs, and I said in one of the meetings to face also, when they do the training, they also need to include the treasurer with the AA when they do these financial. I don't have a problem, but I'm gonna find the money. But they need to be clear, and we need to see the report. I don't like the numbers and don't know what's behind them. So, and I do track the, members. So I do a spreadsheet and I actually track the members, knowing, I do track the, council members and how much they did. Because I was told today that a member said they didn't receive something, and I said, well, it's too late. If it was done last year, Right, so I can't go back. So we need to have that relationship with the SPOs and the AA, so that we're all on the same page. And Lauren is pretty good, she usually catches things as well. But that relationship, and I'm saying that across the board. Because not all SPOs work with their counties, but I have a good relationship with ours, as well as with the IA.
Definitely, anything I
It's
can
sad that
support.
burden.
Yeah.
Application and the submit their documentation. things like that happen. Try to remind you about the documentation. I support the AA in those initiatives, and I do think she said that we're gonna move to a more digitized version of everything. It's just a little bit more seamless, and it allows for expediency, so it can get done quickly. And, if you just make it a habit after the meeting to do your paperwork, then it gets processed for that meeting right away, and you don't have to wait, and you don't have to worry. Because then you run the risk of the budget closing and then not getting reimbursed for your expenditures.
Okay, thank you. You going to? Let's remember that. These, I would say this, since I know some people don't know, if you have trouble with Adobe Reader, if that's what we use a lot, just let us know. I'll help you with Adobe Reader and get you, acclimated with using that app. And it's a free app and you don't have to worry about learning how to DocuSign. It's easy, easy, lemon squeezy. You don't have to worry. Okay? So, thanks so much. Please, someone make a motion to adjourn our business meeting. It is now 8:53. Business meeting is closed. Someone second the meeting to be closed. Yes, that second that motion. Thank you, council members. Thank you, everyone online. Thank you, Superintendent Hernandez. Thank you, district team. Thank you, translators. Thank you, Mr. Letta.